incident. I'm just going to call it that. I'm not going to get into whether or not it's a pandemic or what, because history will tell us that based on how many fatalities we actually have. But right now we have a worldwide incident that has shaken the foundation of almost every country in the world. We're having borders closed. We're having all kinds of things. You can watch the negative news if you'd like, or you can realize that stuff's going on, and I get it. So back to how that relates to real estate. When things get uncertain, people pause. That pause is I think being misinterpreted as doubt or as the recession grabbing a hold of the real estate market, because doubt is normal. People have doubts all the time. But the reality is, when you look at what is going on out there and how things are really happening, it wouldn't matter if you play it by the numbers, but if you look at what it's going to take 6 months of normal production to swing this pendulum to the positive side of having too much supply. Now, we've already seen a Fed that is really willing to drop rates to consume inventory or to fuel growth. So if the Fed starts to ease rates up, then you're going to see probably a slowdown in the market, but we're not seeing any of these things combine, okay? I talked with a regional builder here. This was years ago. It was probably back in 05 or 06. And I think it was, because we had some rate softening in 06. And I talked with him and I asked him, I said, man, these rates going down a quarter, an eighth, you've got to love that. And he said, no, I hate that. Because everybody is waiting for rates to go down another eighth to catch that extra $50 off their payment. He said, what I like to see is I like to see rates go up, because then everybody is hurrying up, signing the contract, locking in, getting in on the deal so that they can have the home at the price they can afford, instead of dilly-dallying and checking out this one and checking out that one and waiting for the rate to drop some more. So when you look at where we sit today, and you look at what is going on, and you look at who is causing the issue is worldwide. It's not something that comes out of the United States like the Great Recession did with the subprime meltdown that then began to affect the rest of the world. This is an exterior force. It's outside the stock market. It's outside the real estate market. And it is a global effect, which means that global things are happening. But it doesn't mean that the global market is having trouble, okay? You look at what's going on with the stock market and where that's at. Maybe that's a little hot. Maybe it needs to cool down a little bit. Maybe there's some things that should be done different. Maybe there's a readjustment that's happening. We're down. We've been bouncing around all over the place. I don't even know this morning where it's closed down at. I think we're down about 15 or 18%. I heard yesterday that all the gains from the last 3 years have been erased, and as far as looking at it globally, it has. There's a lot of things that have done better. There's a lot of things that have done worse. But it often makes me wonder, how long can a company that loses massive amounts of money every month, like Uber, continue to have a great stock price with losses? So questions are being asked that should have probably been asked months ago, but people were buying something that they were buying because they thought they could sell it for more, not because it had any value. Now let's look at real estate. Real estate will always have a value. Does it have the value today that it had yesterday? No. Hopefully it's gone up. But the reality is scarcity causes that increase in pricing, okay? If you just look at why housing in the downtown San Francisco market or the downtown New York market is so expensive, it's because the scarcity of it has been there for a while. 100 years ago, you probably could have bought that for a song because there wasn't that many of them, and it definitely wasn't that compact. Now you have that scarcity that goes with it. So as you continue to see this, I would watch people. If you're really, truly concerned about a recession happening in the real estate market, your only indicator should be real estate. And the easiest way to find that balance and to see where that real estate problem is going to come from is to look at the supply in your current area and look at the interest rate, because the interest rate is going to tell you how many people can afford it.